Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program 1.0. I'm still happy about that. Right. Somewhat to my disappointment, I didn't quite have enough science left over from my last jaunt to buy a new thing. I've got like 17 and a bit science, and I need 18 and that. So I wasn't able to buy any new bits. So what I've done is like booster on the bottom, solid fuel booster, Sepatron, liquid engine with a couple of fuel tanks, and then another Sepatron and the crew compartment with some goos. I'm going to go for orbit. At least I'm going to see how far I get. I should at least get some distance records. So we are going to throttle up. We're going to engage the SES. Valentina is in charge. And we're going for it. So I'm going to turn over a little bit. We're going quite fast already. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we do appear to be a little unstable. And by little I mean quite a lot. Alright. Oh well, I guess we're not going to orbit today. Got some altitude records. Let's have a look at our Apple Access and just see where we're heading. Fair enough. Maybe I just needed to pile more and more and more of these on. Well, we're now over the water, which we weren't before, so we're going to observe the mystery goo. Oh, interesting. Flying a Kerbin just gives the same thing. We're going to give a crew report. That's going to give us some science. We're now on the way down, so we're going to eject that engine. And we've got a land distance, so we've got a few records here. So a distance record of 5,000, altitude record of 11.5 kilometers, distance record of 11 kilometers, distance record of 17 kilometers. So we've done a fair amount of good, and we can see the old base. Can't quite see my house from here, but I can see my old base. So there you go. Now, as you can see, there was a bit of a problem with launching that. In that it became very unstable, very unstable. So that's probably the new aerodynamic model. However, I should now have enough science, certainly when I recover this vessel, I should have enough science to enable me to get a new, so I think the main thing I'm going to be aiming for is some aerodynamic bits and bobs. I'd say the frame rate seems very nice and smooth. And there's Kerbin in all its glory. And there's the moon. Soon. I presume that's Minmus. I can't see. Oh, you used to be able to click on the actual thing itself. You used to be able to click on the orbit. That might be a tracking station update that I need to do. Right, let's get in there before we hit the. Oh yeah, I didn't want. I thought being not looking at the physics while crashing into the ground might be a bad idea. But I'll be able to get some science once we're in the water. I'll keep the current crew report. So I rather suspect there's going to be a few launches like this, but I wonder if I can just now chuck enough fuel. If I get the next, I believe the next sciencing I'm going to be able to get will have radial separators, which means I can go back to the old booster in a cluster and then the main engine in the middle kind of dealio, and get myself to orbit, because I would quite like to get to orbit. And I wonder if it will be possible to get to the moon. Might want to wait until I get some probe cores and send unmanned things to the moon. There we go. One advantage of landing the water is you know exactly what the how far you are above the surface, because the altitude is the same as sea level. But you don't get a shadow on the water, which is kind of sad. Sploosh! So we're going to Mystery Goo. The goo escapes into the water. I'm sure that's not going to be a problem. And we're going to not do a crew report. No, we can do a crew report here. At least we can in a second. EVA. Take data. Store experiments. Board. Crew reports. Keep. There we go. Yay. Take data. Store experiments. Drown. Get that EVA report. Now here's a question. Alright, can we? It doesn't really matter too much. It would be nice if I could get back inside the craft, but I don't think it really matters that much. Oh well. Because I don't believe she can. Yeah, she's not going. She's not unlimbering her. She's not unlimbering her RCS pack while she's out of the water. Yeah, it turns off immediately. Oh, can I get there? Can I get there? Well, it doesn't matter. We'll grab all the stuff. So, anyway, recover. I'll have to do another recover to get the actual the thing itself. We'll have to do it. That's all fine. So we got 8.7 science out of that. Got Valentina herself back. We didn't get any parts back, but I'll now be able to get that back. So I've got some monies. So yeah, okay, I could have got the Mystery Goo But so I've got some more science, and we've got some parts. So there we go. I may have to start thinking about putting parachutes on everything. Is a thing I may need to start doing. So this is the bit I particularly want. I want this aerodynamic stuff. I want those. The winglets. What are those? Radial decouplers. Yes. So we'll research that. But I'm going to need another 20. Well, I need another 7 to get this lot, which is a bigger engine, some the BAC thumpers, and a bigger fuel tank. I think we're going to do one more launch this episode. So into the VAB. And because of the new aerodynamic model, I'm going to want to have lots of... I want to take that off. I want to take that off. Take that off. And we will make more fuel tanks. Yeah, it's only fuel tanks got. Oh, I really wish I had engineered. So we're going to put on some fins. So we're going to have some kind of vague guidance once we're up there. Small nose, I don't see that helping us. Oh, heat shield, when did that come? I'm going to want that. Don't know what the small nose cone's for. Oh, that must be for the, if I'm putting it on there. I'm going to put parachutes in this. I don't know if I need quite that many, but that's how many I'm going to put on. How many parts have I got access to? 30, and so I've got space thus far. Decoupler. Booster. And nose cones. Oh, what are you complaining about? Oh, too many parts. Okay, if we take the risk that I actually only need 2 parachutes. Now, question is, do I want the main engine firing? What are we still complaining about? Ooh, too much mass by tiny amount. Oh, hang on. Tell you what we'll do. I thought I could get rid of some fuel. I can get rid of some fuel. Well, actually, no. Let's get rid of solid booster fuel. There we go. That puts me in there. Now the big question is, do I want the main engine firing? To start off with. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it this way. So let's launch that one. Should possibly have checked with the mission place to see if they need... Well, I can still do that, in fact. I'm going to go to this. I'm just going to quickly check the command center. Do you know I cannot remember the name of the building that gives you missions? That's bad of me. Okay, mission control. Okay, so I've already got everything that's available. I think it's Orbit and Escape the Atmosphere are the ones that I've chosen, and the altitude records and these distance records separate. So I'm wanting to escape the atmosphere. I don't know if I'm going to do it in this thing. I might need a very much larger rocket, but whatever. I'm just going to see what happens. So T SAS. Bring up the throttle. Go for it. Oh, we're spinning. We're still aiming more to the east than anywhere else. I'm going to accept this and not try and fiddle with it too much. We're burning up. That's immediately down throttle. We're not flipping over, which is something I was doing before. So it looks like we weren't burning or anything. So I'm going to try. So we were a bit unstable, rotationally. It's a bit of a shame. Got lots of fuel though. What are my apoapsis doing? Oh, I'm going to be hugely regretting that I didn't bring a heat shield, I suspect. Oh god. Well, I'm going to escape the atmosphere, it looks like. And I've got a couple altitude records and stuff. And escape the atmosphere. Oh, I won't be able to do any maneuver nodes because I need to update command, mission control, and I think the tracking station. Right, I might as well go for orbit. I have liquid fuel. I might as well go for orbit. I can't even tell how long it's going to be till I get to apoapsis. Oh, Valentina, I desperately hope not putting in the heat shield wasn't a terrible, terrible thing to do. So getting all this lovely cash, you know, distance records. Like, way. Alright, observe mystery goo. Ah, she won't be able to EVA out here, okay. So I won't be able to get quite so many crew reports, but I'm going to go for... I'll go for a crew report now. And keep that up. Okay, so we're not going to get an orbit today. And I've also realised I possibly should have kept some, given that I wasn't going to get an orbit. You know, I think this is going to be a heat shield. That's what I'm thinking right now. So we're going to point retrograde. But well done, Valentina. We're now outside the atmosphere. You are the first Kerbin to leave the atmosphere. And I've needed yet more fuel. Okay. So you got a distance record of 39 kilometers, so well done you. And a speed record of 1,050 meters per second. Well done you. Valentina has a lot of new records. Look at her. She is so happy. I just don't know whether or not we are going to be able to survive re-entry. Another distance record. Now I don't know whether it's going to do the same thing as it used to do in old. Let's just do that. In old 0.9, where it would automatically. Right, we're in the atmosphere now. So we're now massively error braking. So I'm going to keep that bit on as a temporary heat shield. Because I didn't think I was going to get this far actually, so I may have made a mistake. Right, I'm going to redo my staging, I think. In fact, I might just move that into its own stage and move that above there. So I may end up putting on parachutes before separating. So there we go. Oh, and we are a bit. All right, let's. Okay, things are breaking up. Right, we seem to have not died. And I probably really shouldn't be too pleased with it. I shouldn't be feeling smug about that. Leave that. Okay, yeah, we seem to have not died. And the parachute is still attached, so there's that. Didn't get into orbit though, but what was the last one we got? 100 kilometers. So well done. Heat shields. I think we're going to be going for heat shields from now on. That could have gone horribly wrong. We blew up a lot of spacecraft in the heat, but because it was actually the problem that it was too aerodynamically stable. It would have been actually quite convenient to get rid of those fins at that stage. It would have been even better to have had a stage I could get rid of, and then have a heat shield. I think, yeah. It doesn't seem to be a way of saying like how hot were you right then, and you know, stuff like that. I think I'm going to say don't show me that again. The debris is still up there. Wonder if it's going to come down safely. My understanding is the physics distances have changed, as it used to be that if you were 2.5 kilometers away, then the physics stopped. You know, that other ship was no longer under proper physics. Well, that other thing is no longer under proper physics, but I don't know if that's the case anymore. That's now 3.4 kilometers away, but it might possibly be descending to Earth in a sensible manner, because I did put parachutes on it. I changed the staging so that the parachutes would come on. So who knows, eh? Probably not going to get any more useful goo. I'll get a tiny bit of science, and I don't think I'm going to get any. I'm going to wait till I get into the water and see if there's anything I get anything useful out of it. But I don't think so. But we came quite close. It may looking at the thing. Unless I'm able to make a much more efficient rocket, I may not be able to get into orbit with this level, just because of the weight. The other possibility is just not have boosters and just go straight for stick as many fuel tanks on as I possibly can with the engine on the bottom and see what happens. Because I actually went so fast I was in danger of burning up on the way up. So I might be better off just having a single rocket with no boosters, and then the weight of those boosters enables me to so that's going to survive. Yeah, sweet. Well, actually, that proved a couple of things. I was able to switch to that vessel, despite being 2.9 kilometers away. It used to be that you wouldn't be able to do that. And also, it's going to come in, which means I get to save that money. Doing all right, guys. So it's possible that I just need to use my cash instead of being within my limits. You know, can I get to orbit with a ship you can build with the first few bits of science? If the answer is no, then I just upgrade things until I can. But I was at the VAB limit. I was at the pieces limit, and I was also at the weight limit. So I'm gonna get slightly more science for that than I would have done for getting the one above the. I could possibly get tiny more bits of science, but I don't think I'm gonna bother. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stay here. I'm going to wait for this one to splash down. So this is going to be a second stage retrieval. That works pretty well. It's all good. I wouldn't have been able to do something similar for my launch for my boosters. I just didn't have the weight or the parts limit. So I was on my maximum number of parts limit, which I think is a VAB limitation, and I was on my maximum weight, which I think is a launch pad limitation. So it looks like, well, when I say I can't get to orbit with the first level, that might mean I can't. Someone who knows what they're doing and is clever at this thing might be able to do it. But I don't think I am. Don't think I can do it. But all in all, boom. All right, so we're going to go back. Oh, no nearby objects to focus. That was interesting. Enabled me to do it before. Well, I'll be able to recover it, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just have to do it from here, or possibly from the map view. So I don't know whether this is going to get any science just for existing. No, it didn't seem to want to give me anything at all. No. So we'll cover that. Get 23 science. That's quite good. So the what was the big the two mystery goos were quite the big ones. Got 8 for just being suborbital, which is quite nice. And she didn't get any XP going because she didn't actually go to orbit, which is the only way to get more XP from her. I didn't. Nothing came up for getting like money or anything from that last bit of recovery, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. So let's go get some new things, and then I'm going to call this episode done. So 20 science, I've got 45. So I won't be able to get any of the next things. That's fine. Big fuel tanks, big boosters, big engine. The swivel. Max thrust 200 as opposed to this one. Max thrust 250. So that's going to be gimbling. That's why that's going to be neat, I suspect. Vector range 3. Yes, where's the vector range? No. But we're going to grab that. If for nothing else, we're going to get the fuel tank and the nice big boosters. Also, it's the only thing I can go for. The LV909. Good. The Terrier. The Thud. I love them. All the engines have got names now. Nice big fuel tank. Strut connector. Yes. Space tape. Rockamax decoupler. Big thing. Rockamax band that's fine. Aviation. Make space planes. I'm probably not going to make very many space planes because I'm kind of bad at space planes. Flight control. Winglets. Yes. Reaction wheels. Yes. Mark 1 inline cockpit. And unmanned flight. Basic science. So temperature, comms, battery, and the stay put. So I'll be able to do probes. Oh yeah, I think that's probably going to be the one I'm going to go for next. I like this bit. Now I'm getting the feeling from. Oh yes, here we go. I got the feeling that I might be getting some missions. Here's a new one. A new sort of mission that you get, which is escorting VIPs. Wow. Suborbital flight on Kerbin. I don't know what a travel is. Ferry 2 people to the destination. We'll test some things. There we go. We'll do that. There'll be a nice one to test some tests where I don't need to be anywhere in particular. Sweet. I still have my orbit one to do. So I'm going to think about contracts later. I'm also going to have to start thinking about upgrading. The next one is going to enable me to do flight planning. Patched conic. What's that one? Tracking station upgrade required for flight planning. Astronaut complex upgrade required for surface sample and resource transfer available. Cables can. That's what we're attempting to do right now. Kerbals can perform EVAs. Kerbals on EVA can place flags. We're just going to go for that one right now. And then there's the administration building, which I don't really care about anymore. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you've been enjoying. Hit like and subscribe as always. If you have been enjoying these videos, you can find Nearly Enough Dice, which is role-playing game podcast and blog. You can find that at nearlyenoughdice.com. You can also find us on Twitter and Facebook. And finally, whatever you're doing in your life, reach for the stars.